what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Rail, back with another review, man. Yo, this is Yellowstone Season 1, Episode 3. Holy shit! Oh my god. Yellowstone is some next level ass show. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thanks to everybody that put me on, y'all been on my ass to watch this and review it. And I gotta say, just thank you. Thank you and bless you and your families. You have given Rail such a special gift. You've given him the gift of about 5 seasons now that I get to watch of this show. And because I'm spreading it out weekly. That's how I do these. I watch it, then I bring it to you fresh, my review. And episode 3, oh my god, where do I begin? I begin with saluting to the best Discord gang out there. Alright, if you ain't part of the Discord gang, I don't know what you're doing. You watching me and you ain't joining these conversations, all I gotta say is you're missing out. I'm not finna sell it. That is what it is. It's on you. It's on you. So to those listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and of course you, the viewer watching me on YouTube. Me, Rail, on YouTube. Thank you. Now, let me get into this. Let me get into this episode 3. Where shall I begin? I'm gonna start with Beth. I'm not finna bullshit with this episode. I'm gonna get right to the nitty gritty. Beth, I understand now. I understand why she is the fucking monster she is. Why the beast resides in her. Why she hasn't seen a bottle that she could say no to. A pack of square a day, maybe 2. I get it now. All the pills, all the resentment, the hate for horses. I get it. Wanting to watch wolves eat the deer as a date? I get it. Threatening to take away a man's livelihood? Okay, in that first episode, the business meeting, I will destroy your life. I get it. It was mommy. God damn it, I said, I knew it. I knew this mother would be the one. I knew she had to be a hard-ass mama. I had no idea just how hard mama was. I got a black mama. I got a black grandmama. I got a black aunt. Okay, I got my ass whooped by my friends' black mamas. I thought black mamas was the most dangerous people walking earth. My entire life, I could not be more wrong. A motherfucking mama that is on the ranch living at goddamn, I don't even know. But they mama? Oh my god. I could never. That household, it makes so much sense. She is the answer to all my questions. I was like, why the fuck is Kayce such a badass? Why is Beth like this? Why is Jamie so... I was just like, I get it. So, it starts off a flashback of a nice little horse riding. Beth is learning how to ride a horse. The child is learning how to ride a horse. Okay? She's sitting on top of a fucking 8-foot machine made of muscle. Yeah, I would be a little nervous myself. I don't give a fuck who gets it right away. I don't care that my little bro Kayce is really good on it. The motherfucker's talented. And plus, he was too young to know fear. That's a thing, people. Your kids, when they flipping and jumping off shit, they think they're unbreakable. They don't know no better. The older you get, the more you're like, parachuting, skydiving, maybe not so, I don't know. I don't know if that's what I'm here for. Riding this fucking machine, this God-built machine of muscle, I don't know. I'm pretty high up here. If I fell, it could hurt pretty bad. Beth is at that weird age where you're like, oh, I want to get active, but shit could get dangerous. So I'm not understanding why mom was so rough on her, right? So I'm like, okay. But then Beth fucks up something, spooks her horse, mom tilts over, and just like anybody else's fear, some fucking 700-pound beast falls and seemingly broke her spine and shit, landed on her. That's like, I don't know. I can't even imagine what that's like. We saw it and I said, ooh, I heard the break, the instant blood from the mouth. But what I didn't expect to come from that mouth, I expected blood. Oh, I expected blood. Yeah, you're gonna cough up some blood. What I didn't expect is these lines from mom. She said, "Holy shit!" They like the Beth and Kayce is like, "What do you need us to do?" Where she's like, "Go get your father." Fair. Kayce's like, "All right, I'm gonna go get pops," and she's like, "No, Beth. Beth did this. This is Beth's fault." So Beth got to make it right. Kayce is like, "But I'm the faster rider. I know how to ride." She's like, "No, Beth got to fix her own mistakes." And I'm like, this is not a time for a life's lesson. I don't know. And to come from the person that's hurting to be like, no, 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 no. The more skilled, faster, no. Okay, I want Beth to know this is her fucking fault. Mom's whole spinal cord is severed because of her. So you go do it. Kayce, you stay here with me. Kayce's crying. She looks at him and says, "Hey, if this is the last thing I see before I die, I'll be happy." I said, "Oh Lord, well there goes the favoritism for Kayce from mom. Now I see where that came from." Here comes the horses. We see a young John Dutton. We see a young Dutton, and a dude that played him almost had his voice exactly like Kevin Costner. It was like perfect. That dude's like a really good actor. I can't think of his name. I apologize, but he had his voice like on point. And he saw the two horses coming back, and he automatically knew it was a problem. Got the crew together, and they look like some real ass cowboys, right, riding out there. Now, when I saw the third horse, I was confused. I'm like, the fuck? Beth was on one of those horses. I said, then what the fuck didn't happen to Beth? What didn't happen to Beth? Beth come walking over the hill holding her poor little elbow because she don't know how to ride this fucking thing. So she fell off. She cried, her probably broken her arm, right? And now here come Pops with the interrogation like heavy. Where's your mother? Where are they? She's not even answering. God damn it, Beth, where are they? I said, damn, chill. The girl's traumatized. I'm like, oh my God, poor Beth. I was like, this is a bad day to be her. I'm like, this is a child. This is rough. Finally, he decides to calm down and then gets the answer of, I don't know. And he's like, okay, fuck it. Take her back home, gives her a hug because he's still dead. And then we see why Kayce is so fearless. Like, we see he was there protecting his mom's dead body. He watched his mother die as a child. Then he watched wolves surround him, coming to eat that corpse. They coming to collect on that meat. To that wolf, that's free meat right there. I ain't even had to do nothing. We getting this meat. So they just see one little kid there. They like, all right, we're gonna circle this motherfucker. One of y'all can come from the back. I'm gonna come grab him by the throat in the front. We finna eat him and Big Mama. All right, we feasting tonight. That's what the wolves are thinking. I'm not mad at the wolves. I'm not mad at the wolves. We see Kayce though. Does Kayce bitch up? Does he start crying like a child should? Like real would at the age of 36? I would. Let me tell you something. If I'm fucking in Montana, okay, and the woman went down, and I'm sitting there watching her die, waiting for help, and some wolves come, nigga, I'm crying. I don't give a fuck what y'all. I don't care. Are you judging? Please, tears, nigga. Niagara. From all this, oh God, why did you do this to me? You know, I don't know how to ride horses. Is that a fucking wolf? Oh my God, not a wolf. How many wolves is it? Oh God, I saw Liam Neeson. I saw the gray. It didn't work out. The wolves killed everybody, Jesus, please. That would have been me. Not baby Kayce. That motherfucker ain't even have a gun. He took out his switchblade and was like, "Aah!" Like a fucking he was like Conan the Barbarian. Shorty was ready. I said, yo, Kayce's different. Kayce's different. And then there goes his father watching him, seeing the dead body. And it's the same reaction to death with Mr. Dutton. It's just oh, not again. Another goddamn death. Death, with that look right there, it was like death is regular for the Duttons, for the Yellowstones. Death is what it is. Now, speaking of the fearless Kayce, this man is some type of vigilante warrior. We done seen him fucking group kill when he groups the bullets. Ain't that what y'all call it? Y'all shooters out there. He grouped them in his brother-in-law's chest, and then one to the head in one episode. Then he just miraculously is driving his truck, and the meth lab blows up, and he mercy kills somebody in episode 2. And in episode 3, him and his son just coming from a day of practicing, he's shooting the shit out of some water chugs and practicing, and his son breaks down in the car, which made me sad. I'm like, yeah, how do you answer that? Yeah, your boy's sad. You want to go back to the army, you want to come talking about money. It ain't about no goddamn money. Stop lying to that boy, Kayce. Tell him you can't handle it in the real world. All right? You can't man up. You can't just look your wife in the eye and say, look, your brother killed my brother. He was about to shoot me. God damn it, I smoked his ass. It is what it is. You said you wanted to be with me forever. You said we could work through it. I ain't got to lie to you. I can tell you anything. That is what it is. Your brother tried to kill me. I smoked his ass. It was me and him. It was me and him. And God damn it wasn't going to be me. But he can't do that. Kayce can't do that. Right? But what he can do is he's spotting just a random van. He's like, that van shouldn't be there on the reservation. What's going on there? Goes to check it out. Finds some 2 creeps in there about to rape some young lady. Kayce goes to action. Smokes a motherfucker. Then he puts his son in a tunnel. Like, wait here. Because I was like, yeah, are you going to bring your son on this car chase? And he was like, no, hide up in here. And I'm like, when he first told him to hide in there, I felt something bad happening. I was like, that is like one of those drain things. That's like where Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that was good parenting, but hey, a life has to be saved. And I was a little nervous for that kid. Then you see him chase him down. Then he does a 2-part, right? He does some John Wick Ranger shit where he's ducking bullets. I thought that was fucking cool. Fat boy running, shooting, and him just like ducking every time that gun comes. Wow! Out of there. Wow! I was like, damn, Kayce. Wow! Get out of here. This motherfucker was the Matrix. Busts out his lasso after he shoots the motherfucker. Lassos his feet, and then gets him with a goddamn death blow like that rock just happened to be there. Split his shit. So I'm like, after that impressive murder thing he just went on, I sat there and thought to myself, I was like, Kayce kills a motherfucker every episode. I said, this motherfucker, maybe he should go back to the army. I don't think America is safe with Kayce. I don't think Montana is safe with Kayce out there. Now, mind you, those 2 motherfuckers had it coming. I would have rather Kayce got them alive and hand delivered them to that giant fucking indigenous person, that giant Indian dude, the motherfucker from, which you should also go watch. Now, this is what you do. You get you a 7-day free trial for Cinemax. Okay? I already know. I know you like Skinemax, real? I got Cinemax. Okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, what you need to go watch is a show called Banshee. It fucking goes down. Every episode, it's fucking wild. Storyline, characters, amazing. Watch Banshee. You'll be upset if you don't. And for those of y'all who've seen Banshee, get in the comments and support me. Be like, Real is on point. Banshee's that shit. Banshee's that shit. But he was that giant Indian dude, the Indian girl's father, with that deep ass voice, like, that motherfucker. Yes, he was a bad guy in Banshee. And yes, he was fucking dangerous. He carried a fucking baby Indian axe. And it was implanted in motherfucking skulls. Yeah, so he's a bad motherfucker. But anyway, we see him do this. But at the same time, while he's being the Lone Ranger, his son is battling a goddamn rattlesnake. I was terrified. When you heard that rattle, I was like, oh shit, not the baby. I was like, oh God. And then he told him not to leave. So I'm sitting there like, is he just listening to his father? I'm like, nigga, run. Get up out of there. I was like, his father should have gave him better directions. Don't leave out of here unless there's like imminent danger. Unless there's, I don't know, a poisonous ass rattlesnake. Now, I don't know about snakes. Okay? I'm not a snakeologist. or anything, but I know the motherfucker that rattlesnake, it's a dangerous motherfucker. Now, you can correct me. I know some are like an insta kill with the bite, right? You got like moments to get help. And I think there are some that bite you and you're kind of good, but you need to get help. You got time though. And I ain't got time to decipher which one is which. All right? I'm not gonna be looking at the stripes, look at the color of the back, and be like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? How scared should I be? Nigga, I'm terrified. Shorty was terrified, but what he do? He stomped that goddamn snake out. I said, oh, this is Kayce's son. This is Kayce's son. And you see how they do the contrast. Young Kayce versus the wolves, and his son versus the rattlesnake. He protects the girl. The girl don't want to go to the police. She don't want to talk about it. She want to go home. Okay? And Kayce and the father decide, hey, we're gonna get rid of these bodies. We're gonna bury them, burn them. We're gonna disappear the truck. This shit never happened. All right. Now they do the burial. I learned a little something. You know, burning means you burn up the soul. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But we see at the end, it just so happened at their burial site where Kayce killed more people. Okay. Here comes some surveying group with the big ass excavator thing, finna dig up the bodies they just put down there. So I know episode 4 about to be some bullshit. They're gonna be like, Kayce's a terrorist. But hopefully with the reservation laws, hopefully with nobody willing to snitch, hopefully with nobody coming forward, boom. Now, we see Beth today, that day is the death of her mother. So she's taking it pretty rough. Probably because her mother blamed her for her death. Okay. Now, she decides to get ass naked. Beth loved being naked. And sit in the pool drinking champagne. I was like, salute to those guys for being able to work like professionals and not going like this. Like, I don't know how I wouldn't just stop and be like, I mean, I'm just there. If she's going to be outside, just in all her glory, I'm just going to be that guy. That just is what it is. That was the only unrealistic scene. That was everybody just like, but that showed me discipline. That showed me real gang them shit. Like, hey, that's the boss's daughter. Hey, eyes front. Let's get to work. I don't know what the punishment is, but nigga, I'm gonna have to take it because I'm gonna be sitting there like, is it just me? And I'm gonna talk about it later that night. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Beth might not be all that in the face, but that body, boy, woo-hoo! That's my Montana. It's my woo-hoo! But yeah, so we see her pseudo boyfriend. I can't. What's my man's name? Can't think of his name. Not even finna mess his name up, cause y'all gonna jump on my ass about it. You know who I'm talking about? The only dude she been smashing so far. And he comes and he's like, "Look, you can't fight me. I'll fuck you up. So just get up out this tub." Like he's the no nonsense, no bullshit. I ain't playing with you. And she somewhat listens to him. She respects him. They got a thing, and I'm weirdly rooting for them. Even though I know for him, he seems like a really good guy. He's a killer. Yeah, he's a killer. But fuck all him catching bodies and shit. Pitch posh. He seems like a good guy. And I don't think that Beth situation is the best thing for a good guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he's really wanting her, falling for her, and I just don't want him. She looks like a death sentence. Like I don't know. That girl's dangerous. But Beth is up there and one of my favorite characters. I ain't gonna lie to you. Beth is her, right? Now, let's get to our boy John. He's flexing more muscle. Oh, what? The Thomas Greenwater? The reservation leader, he thinks he's the man? Soon as he crossed that border, John had them boys on his ass. Wow! Soon as you come off that reservation, I said, damn, that's power. That was some Malcolm X in the street with 100 goddamn Muslims outside that courthouse. With the motherfuckers marching, stopping. I was like, that was power. Who the fuck you know could just get the police force to park their ass outside the reservation? Hey, I want 24/7, just stay right there. Okay? Soon as you see this goddamn SUV, get his ass. So they bring him in on some bogus charges, resisting arrest, all this other shit. Put him in his oranges, right? And I'm like, yo, well, he should have known repercussions was coming. I mean, he did a lot. We can't forget, right? While he doing all that self-righteous shit, he did steal his cattle. That was petty. Okay? Just to get his attention. That was petty, but that's a man's money. Then he starts that shit, and it results in getting Lee killed. His son. Okay? Motherfucker, what did you think was gonna happen? You thought that these weeks was just gonna go past, you was gonna live your life, I was gonna live mine, you was just gonna keep my cattle? He should have known something was coming. So here goes jail. And then the officers bring him out there to go have a talk with Mr. Dutton. And they have a real talk. He says, man, this ain't about no cattle. He like, yeah, I know. So he tells him his plan. I plan on using. He said, I figure it's about $14 billion to buy your land. I'ma wait till you die. Then I'ma buy your shit. Cause your kids ain't gonna be able to keep up with shit. I'ma buy your shit. And I'ma buy everybody else shit. Okay? It's finna all be ours. Watch and see. So we got Thomas Greenwater's plan. Now we know what Tommy Boy is up to. He wants it all. Then we see John. He's flexing. He's like, yeah, okay, well, you ain't gonna do much from prison. Because that's where you going until I get my goddamn cattle. It is what it is. But at that moment, now that he knows Buddy's plan, John goes straight to work. Because his son, Jamie, had approached him about running for, he always wanted to run for office. Damn, I think he wanted to go for governor at first, but now he's selling for not general attorney. What the fuck is that? Oh my God. That's like not the surgeon general. The attorney general. I had a brain fart. Attorney general. So, but he has to get his father's, his father doesn't want him deeper into politics. He wants him more on the ranch side. So that's been their beef. But now he sees that once John figured out what the plan was, what Thomas had in order, he's like, okay, we need more power in the political department. Okay, because shit about to hit the fan. So we got to start lining our ducks up and getting in front of this thing. Because he's a no-nonsense dude. Gets into action. However, that action does not involve Jamie being the one chosen to take the seat in the whatever the fuck that Beth is going to be running. Approaches Beth and say, look, I need you, baby, to stay even longer than you thought. Need you to go into politics. You got to run this for the family. And we see why she can't say no to him from her childhood. She feels responsible for the death of their mom, his wife, and he still embraced her and never showed her no different in the love department. So she probably appreciates that. But, so Jamie feels away, and he approaches Beth and gives her this whole cancer speech. She plays him like she usually does. Then he invites her to the barn, okay? And that conversation went left quickly. She said what she had to say, started to march off. Then when Jamie said, and you're the reason she did, that you changed since you killed mom. And she was like, what? He knew what would trigger her. She came with heavy rights, a few left-right slaps, a few more heavy rights on some man shit, saying, be a man. Be a man. Then he fucking stole her ass. I said, Jamie, no. Gave her a right hook from the heavens. She went down. And as this fool sat there and stood, go say some, how's that for a man? All she could do was look at him and said, a man would have walked away. I said, God damn it, Jamie. Yes, she's right. A man would have walked away, would have ran away, would have been like, or stop. Okay? You made your point. You got your licks off, stop. But one of my favorite scenes is after he gets his ass kicked by his sister and then damn near breaking her jaw. There's two of my favorite scenes. He's sitting at the table drinking. Pops approaches him and he says, look, I don't need Joe. I'm running for attorney general. Like, this is what I'm doing. The family needs it. We need more power up in there. And his father's like, yeah, I agree. I understand. He's like, and I love the line where Jamie goes, I'm not asking, but your support is expected. And I need it. Jamie he knows what time it is. And he knows he can only talk to his father a certain type of way. And his father's like, you got it. So Jamie gets to run for it. But then when he looked at his son and said, if you hit your sister again, I'll put your fucking head through a wall. And I was like, good night, son. I was like, ooh. So we know Kayce, mom's favorite, Beth is father's favorite, which leaves poor Jamie in the middle, just whatevered. But still can't even do what he wants. How terrible is that? Really, I feel bad for Jamie. He sacrifices for his family. He's the only one there and truly active outside of Lee, rest in peace. And he gets shit on. He gets overlooked. He's trying his best. But he's just not a likable guy. And when Beth gave him that whole "you're a loser" speech, you keep losing. Father calls me in when you lose. It is what it is. So I just feel sorry for Jamie. And I get why he is the way he is. And I'm surprised he's not some type of drug addict. Now, Beth at the bar, this is why she's a monster. When dude said, damn, who's that? And he was like, oh man, that's Dutton's daughter. He's like, for real? Like, I'm finna step to him. She was like, oh, I know who you are. So let me get this straight. My father fucks you out of hundreds of $1,000,000 and you think you gonna fuck his daughter and that seems smart to you? I said, damn, Beth. Damn. And he's like, yeah, I guess for right now, that works for me. I was like, oh, okay, well played. And then she's like, oh, ain't you married? And he's like, yeah, and some kids. Why, you don't fuck with married men? When she said the line, I prefer it because I want to know, when I fuck a man, I want to know I'm fucking up his entire legacy, not just that man. I said, yo. And he's like, oh, your pussy better be blah, blah, blah. And she whispers off about that. I'm like, yeah. If somebody told me that, I think I'm going to have to step away. First off, I don't want no ass that's that good. For real. That's that shit that got you dressing weird. You know, you don't want none of that Erykah Badu. And you start turning, now you playing the flute out in Times Square and you dress like an elf. You don't want that. You don't want no asses that's good. I don't need that life-altering ass. You don't want that. You don't want that. But he seemed to sign up for it, and it doesn't look good for him. Because Beth exposes one major flaw in men. And that's our dicks. That's like a lot of us are driven by our male members. She exposes it, she knows it, she lets him know, and he still is just ignorant to it, and he's just like, fuck it, let's go. So it's going to get real spicy. This episode was amazing. I can't wait to watch episode 4 and review it. So until next time, protect your health, yourself, your wealth. Your boy Rail is out of here, man. Peace. Yo, I know I don't need no introduction, but y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Rail. And I appreciate you for sliding through and watching these videos. But you know what I need from you? All right, if you ain't already, I need you to like this and subscribe this, man. We at 1,000 trying to get to 2, all right? Push it for your boy. Get them algorithms up. So when it come to that subscribe button,